do you think part of the reason why, because going to a movie, I haven't gone to a movie theater for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We're on vacation down at the beach, went to go see the new Indiana Jones movie, right? First time I've been to a theater in years.
How was it?
Recently?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago when we were down there.
I haven't seen it yet. How was it?
It was cool.
It was
It
good.
was cool.
It wasn't shit.
If you got no, if you got to be kind of be a little bit of a Indiana Jones
You got a verse in it,
story,
yeah.
right. But when he was asking you about watching movies, and I get not really sit in front of a TV. That's kind of a waste, right?
For me, sure.
And somehow, though, it seems like not so much of a waste of time if we go see it on the big screen. Like people will tell you, that's how movies are meant to be seen, in the theater. So it's a little more of a fun experience, a little more entertaining to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You and your girl, you go out, whatever, you spend the money on the tickets and the popcorn,
Sure.
it's kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Do you think part of your hypervigilance is what stops you from doing that? Like there's too many people in the movie theater, you don't know who's sitting behind you. Does that kind of stuff deter you, or do you don't even get to that point? You're just like, nah, it's I'm not down with it.
Well, I remember while you were speaking right now, Griff. I think me and Patrice a year or two ago went to see, it might have been the Aretha Franklin story movie house. That was a very big step for me. We had to sit in the very last row where there was no one behind us, and it was still too much.
Yeah.
It was still too much.
You didn't make it through the whole movie?
No. Not to my recollection. And love Aretha Franklin, and I just couldn't focus because it was such a unpredictable environment for me, and such a new environment, and
Overstimulation.
it was dark in there, and I couldn't pick everything up, and I haven't been back since. But I as of late, I've been opening up more and more. I don't know if opening up's the right term. Again, less than a week away, fellas. I'll be out 4 years, and me and you were talking about possibly you've been trying to get me to lay everything down, if you will, and just go let what hair I don't have, let it down, go to a beach, go to the water. And other loved ones, of course, have been asking me too, but it's been the institutionalized brain is what it is, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's been because I'm constantly trying to unwire and rewire that. But I've been allowing, I haven't been forcing anything. And it's taken to this moment since my release to be open to, hey Griff, let's jump in the car, man. Let's go outside this state. It's before something in my institutionalized brain. So much out here has not been for me. Even though I see it, I smell it, I taste it. It's so much. It's a mirage. It's all a mirage.
And I think it's almost like your self-denial to spare yourself. Like, you're not going to take my TV away from me because I don't even want it. So
Take it.
Fuck you. You can have it. That kind of self-denial.
Years of self-conditioning or hard conditioning.
Yeah. You're imposing you're in prison, obviously, but you're imposing your own sanctions.
Yes,
on yourself.
Yeah. Rather than someone else impose upon me.
Yeah. I'm going to say no to me before
That's
you
correct.
tell me
That's
no.
spot on. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Not for nothing, Griff. That's it.
Right. I'm not going to give you any power over me.
Any more than there already was with locking us in whenever
Right.
I wanted, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
On and on.
So my thought is, I wonder if practically 30 years of self-denial is hard to get away. I mean, you're still in that mindset in a different kind of way, Or are you? Am I off base?
No, you're not off. I cringed a little. There's a visceral reaction when you said it wasn't all. I guess it was self-imposed because I made the choices that brought me to prison. But I started to say it wasn't all self-denial because when you're locked in a cage, that's a will over you, whether man-made or otherwise. You're locked in a box and you're locked in that cage. So, but then there was the self-denial on top of it because what you just said. That
I mean, because you know as well as anybody, guys will use alcohol, drugs,
yes,
watching
Escapism.
TV,
Yeah.
working at whatever.
escapism.
Right. And they'll embrace some of those negative things or even seen as positive. Hey, I got a TV.
Mm-hmm.
They're all happy
Mhm.
because
Of
they
course.
finally got enough money on their books to
Sure.
pay $300 for a TV that's that big.
Mhm.
So, and then you can't, hey, where's so-and-so? Oh, he's back at the house watching TV, you know?
The cell or you?
The cell, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Like they're consumed by
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yes,
Almost like a drug.
yes.
And
Just
so,
like out here, no different.
right. And so that self-imposed sanctions are something that I'm sure is when I'm working with juveniles and they're 16 years old and they get a 6-month sentence, we are not going to unprogram or deprogram 16 years of that kid's life in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to just, she's not going to come out of there going, hey, I got it figured out now, I'm good to go, without any kind of baggage or issues that he has to work through. You were conditioned for twice that almost.
Mhm.
There's no way that some of the things that you're comfortable with, that you see as helping you survive and to thrive to a degree,
Mhm.
that's just going to stop because you hit the street. Or it's going to go away in 6 months.
Mhm.
You're dealing with decades of programming.
Right.
That you have to somehow deal with, face, overcome, whatever it might be, make friends with. You're sitting in traffic with all this stuff going on in your head that you're trying to balance, and some guy at the airport goes like that, and it's gone. You're right, you're there. You're there. You know what I mean? So we celebrate 40 years, like you just said. In a way, you've changed. You're finally becoming open to some new things, of possibly taking your foot off the gas for a minute and breathing, which probably sounds insane coming from somebody like me. Of yeah, man, you need to learn how to relax, bro. Well, you got no idea what the fuck you're talking about when you say that to me. You know what I mean? I'm trying. I can see you saying, I am trying. You don't understand. I am trying. So it's not to ramble on, but whenever we want change to happen and we want things to get better, it usually takes longer than we expect. It doesn't happen quite as fast as we want it to. And sometimes it never happens if we don't work at it. So no one can say to you, well, you're just not working hard enough at it.
No.
They can't. Because if anything, my concern for you is burnout or like some type of exhaustion or something like that, because just like before you got locked up, you handled your business, you didn't miss a beat. While you were incarcerated, you handled your business better than most, whatever that means.
Right.
And now that you're on the street, You're handling your business better than most. The concern there is the RPMs, right, on the motor. Are you getting good fuel? Are you keeping everything working good? Are you watching the temperature gauge? You know? And that's part of, if I could dare say it, that to me, it seems like that's part of the readjustment, the reintegration, hitting the streets, not being so hyperactive and not sitting on somebody's couch. Because I've been locked up for a long time. I need a vacation. I've heard guys say that before. You know,
You lost me.
where their wife,
Said what?
a guy will say to his old lady or whatever, his old lady, you know, he'll say, yeah, she wants me to get a job when I get out, but I've been locked up for 5 years, man. I need a little bit of a vacation. And my wife says, you've been on vacation for 5 years, motherfucker. So the mentality of not doing enough, there's that, like with everything, right? There's that middle that we need to work towards. Because have you, I feel like physically you're on it, which helps you psychologically, right? You get your workout in, helps your metabolism, your energy, clears your mind, and it's healthy, it's good for you. Do you feel like that is essential for you to stay balanced? Is because you work your ass off physically already.
I do.
Do you think that your level of physical activity is helping you keep a clear head, to calm you down a little, to exhaust you a little bit, to make you tired so you can relax?
Maybe. Got to contemplate that. But it's been a way of life for me, Griff, for so long. You know, the fitness, no matter where I've been in my life, inside, outside, or otherwise. Fitness is, and it could be some, not only a way of life, regulator, if you will, because I do run high, which is, we were talking about earlier this morning. You know, I'm a highly charged guy, you know, so